Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and after touchdown. Johnson for the extra point try. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out to the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he can't find anywhere to go there. And he goes down. Able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple rushers break to the Dragon for the second time this game.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively. I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line. So the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite of all game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. He goes for 18.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That's how multiple guys get to him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stop.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They get to his loss of 4, and it brings up third down to Sam.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up the 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up.
Under pressure, and they get to him again. Rashawn Gary, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will remain well behind.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, you know, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And again, it's Rodgers. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him now. They tend to leave him in.
And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll complete this one to Watson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Johnson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. But ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points. 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and try to add to this lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 28 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Rasul Douglas picks it, and the Packers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
26. Back on.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Packers force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Here's Jackson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Tucker now to add the point after. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded just outside the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing here. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 23. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here at the 16-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. In motion, the tight end. Rodgers looking to throw. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the one. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is. And understandably so, was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Green Bay, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans.